Well, we've had plenty of rain in the last few days. It's looking pretty muddy out here, but this lot had 4 houses on it, so I think I'm going to probe it anyway. Okay, here I am in Marion, Alabama. Supposedly they have some rare sodas from this town. Here's one of many interesting spots. And then it goes to a drop-off down there. It's probably a dump. Okay, here we come to the historic little village of New Bern, Alabama. They actually made a bottle for this town, and it's very, very rare. Here I am in Uniontown, Alabama. They also have a bottle from here. I'm talking about soda bottles from 1910 to 1915. A very interesting town. It's very run down. Got a lot of digging potential, I'd say. But I just don't know about this place. I think I saw something coming up though. Looks like they have a burned down house over here. I think I'll try this one. It looks like a freshly burnt down house. Yeah, it looks like it has a lot of potential. It's a very narrow lot. It's probably only 40 feet wide. And it's definitely an old neighborhood. That's a pretty interesting house. I'm sure they got some really good bottles buried back there. But the ground is very tight clay in this area, so it's too hard to dig. Along the side of the railroad track looks pretty good over here. Looks like there could be some glass over there. Okay, I checked it out. It is definitely a dump. I guess you'd call it a railroad dump. And I found this sticking out of the ground. That has some really dark purple right there. But Nashville, Tennessee, that's got to be 500 miles from here. This must have sat out in the sunlight for probably 45 years or more to get that dark. And here I am in beautiful Demopolis, Alabama again. Home of one of the most beautiful Coke signs ever made. Can never get enough of looking at this sign. Yeah, you just gotta love this one. Okay, I'm gonna walk this creek here in Demopolis. I've already done it 4 years ago. I'm gonna see if anything new turned up. Okay, finally I found one, but it's broken. But if it's the Christmas Coke or 1915, it's still worth something in this condition. Well, it doesn't look like it. It's just the the patent office variety. This is a pretty small creek to have snapping turtles in it, but I did see a pretty big one up in the deep part over there, and now I see another one. This is a really small one though. Yeah, well, I'm on a different section here now. I just stumbled upon this bottle. Or piece of one, which is sort of a slug-plated bottle. I've never even seen one of these before. Probably would have been worth several $100s. Yeah, it's definitely about a 1914 to 1918. It looks like I stirred up yet another snapping turtle. This is a medium-sized one. Well, I left it there, but then on the way back I decided I better pick it up in case it's the only one known to exist. Somebody would still be interested in buying this if it is. Or even just the historical significance of a one-of-a-kind bottle this old, because it's definitely older than I thought. It's probably more like 1908 to 1913. And here I see a bunch of bricks stacked up next to a vacant lot, and they're nice, embossed, or debossed if you want to be technical. If I was closer to home I would carry these back with me, but since I have a couple thousand miles still to go, hauling a load of bricks would just not be a good idea. And yet another one of these snapping turtles showing up. And can you believe right next to it, this center embossed slug plated bottle? What is it? It looks like a really good one. Demopolis. Demopolis Bottling Works, R.W. Smith, proprietor. Demopolis allot. And it's blown in a mold. Wow, that's about as good as you can hope to find. Well, of course the straight set of Coke from here would be better, but this made my day for sure. And we got a patent medicine type bottle, but it looks like a screw top, so I'll leave that one. What else do we got? A broken hollow skirt. That's just a deep patent, that's no good. Well, I washed it up a little bit better, and now for the disappointment. It has a crack in it. Not super bad, but definitely kills about $100 of the value. I don't know what it would have been worth. It might have been a $500 bottle, but I'm not going to try and guess. I just know anything this old from Demopolis is definitely something very desirable. I saw that and I said, oh, that might be a soda, and then I looked at the neck and said, no. But then I said, wait a minute, what's that? Is that another snapping turtle and it's hiding from me? It's hiding pretty well because I didn't notice it for a while. Oh man, I guess I shouldn't have tried that. If I'd actually touched it, it might have bit my toe off. Oh my god, I just about stepped on this one. Look at that one, that's a huge one. Well, its shell is at least 11 inches anyway. Wouldn't want to get bit by that guy. And now I come to a railroad trestle. They always say there's a good chance of a dumping along those. And I see what looks like a blown in a mold soda and a slug plate. And yet another Demopolis bottle. Something different, it doesn't have those initials on the bottom. Yeah, that one's even older. This one's probably 1908 or 1909. There's a really great looking layer of debris along here. There's a whiskey top from the early 1900s. And there is a pharmacy top right there. A lot of stuff showing up right here. I think I'm going to have to get my probe and check it out. Very strong chance there could be a few whole bottles buried around here. Yeah, plenty of purple glass too. That's a good sign. Definitely more than 100 years old if it turns purple. Damn, a lot of purple glass. And if you can see, there's a purple stopper laying on top of the ground. I already have several hundred of these, but I'm sure I can get a couple dollars for it eventually. Oh my god, what do we got? Another Demopolis soda bottle shard? Yep, sure is. I don't know how I didn't see this area the last time I was in town. Okay, I'm back with my long-handled scratcher to dig here. And yet another stopper. I found 2 or 3 more. All of them have been chipped though. But I did just notice something that I missed the first time around. This stopper and the token. What does it say on it? It's probably just a palm olive token. Yeah, I think it is. Crystal white. One cake. That's what they called soap back in the day. So, that's pretty nice, even though it's not a saloon token or a pool hall token. Those are the ones that you really want to find. While scratching into it doesn't seem to produce any results. All these pieces of glass seem to be just like sprinkled on top of the surface somehow. But at least I found these. Yeah, plenty more stoppers keep showing up.